It's TGI Now time, back again in the K420 studio discussing real authentic truth talk, freedom of speech, and living in the now. Freeing your mind.
One episode at a time. Shit, we trying.
Boom.
There we are.
There we go. What's up, bro?
What's up, buddy? You doing?
Good.
Live in the house. We're live
So
on.
Rondell's not sitting in this chair. He just texted me saying he's about 15 minutes away. Sorry we're late, guys.
Lucky
We're going to start being more on time at 8 o'clock, so I know that right now we started a little late. We're waiting on Rondell. And they're waiting on me, too. I came in a few minutes late myself.
It's all good.
But yeah, so we'll be starting on time for sure. So what do you think about what's going on in the world, John?
Well, I was just looking at a couple things. I mean, the one thing that I noticed, and we talk about this all the time on the show, is that the crimes against children. What we're witnessing, and and what they did at the White House this past week with the signs of all the the illegal criminals that were in the country.
100 signs.
Yeah, and there was 100 of them. That many. And so I guess that's per 100 days. I guess Trump's first 100 days. That makes sense, marketing wise.
Yeah, of course.
And I look at those photos and I say to myself, like, wow, like caught all these guys in the first 100 days. They're all most of them are crimes against children, rape, sexual assault. And it's like, but why didn't they do it before? Like, why didn't they do it the other time? Why didn't they round them up? So you see the difference in what's happening. And I think that's part of the collective awakening is what is happening is that people are looking and go, wow, they rounded up all these guys and then they didn't do nothing for 8 years. Like all those kids that got, hurt and taken and raped and all that pain that went along with it is it just makes me sick.
It's horrible, bro.
It's horrible, I know.
The stuff that's happened, and the stuff that was allowed with the last administration.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, this has been going on, even happened throughout the Trump administration, but not as bad.
Yeah.
So, we let in, and I say we because we were all part of it. We could have been a part of closing out that border. We could have just marched out there and made a difference, but we didn't.
Yeah.
So we could cry all we wanted. But they came in, and they let in a lot of criminals.
They did.
Who like to hurt children. They brought in children where there's still 300,000 plus children missing.
Yeah.
And that's the number they gave us. Who knows how many real numbers are missing. I remember the story about the 8-year-old girl who was molested and raped by 11 men.
Yeah.
11 men. She was 8 years old. What's so attractive about an 8-year-old, for God's sakes?
And that's what, Tom was saying, too, when we were talking before the show too about why it's happening. Like the press is asking him, like, we saw all these signs out in front of the White House and blah 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 and blue and then all of a sudden they're like, like Tom's, they're asking like, why are they doing this to children? And then he's like, well, because I don't know, because maybe they're sick, like there's something ain't right, like something's way off, So I'm gonna find it right here actually.
I'll put this up this way you guys can see. When it comes to fucking child molesters and pedophiles, read the back of my chest.
What's it say?
I am comfortable with violence.
What's it say? I am comfortable with violence.
Okay?
I thought it was going to say something like
very comfortable with violence for you guys.
about a wood chipper or something.
Yeah, wood chipper would be good. And the seller puts that out all the time. Put them through the wood chipper.
That's what I was waiting for. I was going to say, put them through the wood chipper.
But think about it. Just let them fertilize the fucking ground.
I know.
Nikki thinks that we should just donate them to science this way instead of experimenting on innocent mice and rats and all that. Experiment on those people. They're more like us anyway, even though they're sick.
There's something wrong with them, yeah.
Oh, yeah. To find out what the fuck is wrong with it. Fucking use those people instead of innocent mice.
Yeah.
So
the White House Correspondents' Dinner. I'd like to start with you, though, Tom Homan. This list has a very high number of sexual assaults on a child. Can you comment on that and why there's so many crimes against children committed by illegals in this country?
I don't know why. It's sick. It's the worst crime in the world when you sexually assault a child. The most innocent of us all. That's why I made a statement that one time I was going to go to Boston, bring hell with me. And the media went crazy. Tom Homan said, "You're going to go to Boston, bring hell with me." I was going to bring hell to illegal aliens that rape children. There's not more heinous crime. And as you can see, the amount of child rapists we've arrested under this administration, that could have been arrested under the Biden administration. They were out there. They had their final orders. They were out there. But they didn't go look for them. They're too busy releasing millions of illegal aliens in this country. And the numbers prove it. The removal numbers of criminals was the lowest. ICE had the lowest number of movements in the history of ICE under Joe. At the same time, you had historic illegal immigration on board. ICE had the lowest numbers in the history of the agency. That shows the difference between two administrations. We're looking for everyone. People want to know, okay, when am I going to retire for the third time? I'll retire when every public safety threat, national security threat, child rape is eradicated from this country. That's when I'll rest.
Wow.
But you know something, I understand that sentiment too.
Yeah.
I mean, look, man, you know, let's say you just came through the border illegally and you're working and you're doing the right thing. Okay, you committed a crime by coming across the border illegally.
Yeah.
Maybe you should work that out, try to work it out with the government that you're doing the right thing. Now, you come through and that's where your intentions are to hurt our women and our children and murder our people, then there's an issue.
100%.
And then we're paying them for that.
Yeah.
We're giving them money. We're supporting them, putting them in hotels, providing a means for them to do the things that they do, even phones. So they're tracked. So why don't we track them knowing that they're doing these horrible things?
Exactly.
They know, but they choose not to tell.
And that's what it was, and that's exactly why I always said about the phones is they were tracking them, but then the whole 4 years they weren't doing anything about it. That's what he just said. He said they could have done something about it, but they didn't. You know, so it just goes to show you that the track and trace was working. And then Trump took it even farther and was like, okay, well, there's an app on their phone that says they can deport themselves without any criminal offense. So it's almost like a reverse deportation. He was like, all right, well, just go to the app and deport yourself, and we won't charge you with a crime, and then you can come back in the right way.
I can
How
tell you
crazy is
this.
that?
So I know a girl lives in Hawaii. I won't mention her name. And she's from Canada.
Yeah.
So she came here at 8 years old with her family, and she's not documented. So what she did, she picked up a form. I can look it up. She picked up a form that said that she was brought here with her family. She shows that she's been working. She owns a business. So, you know, she's done all these things.
Yeah.
So they can't deport her.
Okay.
You understand? So there's
yeah.
a way. There's things that you can do if you're here illegally and are doing the right thing and can prove it.
Yeah.
Can prove that you've been working because she's been here since she's 8. She's in her 50s.
Yep.
Been here a long time.
Yeah.
So, you know, if that's the case and you're concerned, like she was concerned about being deported back to Canada, so there's ways that you can do it to stay if you've proven that you were here a while and you're doing the right thing. Now, if you haven't been working and you've been collecting public assistance and all this bullshit, okay, I guess you're going back.
Yeah, that's
You know what I mean?
That's what it comes down to, I think.
Stop tax dollars, man. You have too many American children homeless and these immigrants living in hotels.
Yeah.
It's unfair. Too many veterans, too many people, too many of our patriots, of our countrymen,
And
citizens of America living in the
they
street.
were getting Social Security. They were getting there's there are people that didn't even live in this, never were born here, and then got Social Security, got benefits. Where I know many homeless people that are
Don't
here
get shit.
here in town, they don't get nothing. I mean, they've been in this town this country for 30, 40 years. They get nothing, and these people walk over the border and they get a whole setup of stuff. And it was all by design. We always say that, but it's how far we allowed it to go, and all the crimes that have committed, and all the lives that have been destroyed. I mean, think about it. There's a lot of lives that have been destroyed in the past 4 years because of this border thing. I mean, a lot. With sexual assault, and then you gotta heal from that and everything else. I mean, it's like it snowballs from there. That's what's so sick, and that's why he said it's sick. That's why Holman said that. I mean, it's a sick thing. These people are sick. That's what Trump says. These people are sick. They do bad things. They do horrible things. He was talking about the Biden laptop just today at the rally about like there's some sick shit on there. There's a lot more worse than you realize.
You know, how about these Epstein files? How come they haven't been coming out? Trump promised this when he first came into office. 100 days. I still haven't heard of fucking people about the Epstein files. See, these are the things I want to know about.
This is a good question.
JFK files. They say it out. So what's the story?
Well, there's a good question. Here's that girl right here. This girl, this Virginia Giuffre, she supposedly killed herself. So see, 1 minute she's an Epstein witness, and now supposedly she killed herself.
Wow, really? Because
yeah.
When did that happen?
It just happened a couple days ago. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. She got hit by a bus. Supposedly, she was in intensive care, was almost ready to be pronounced dead. Had some kidney problems, and all of a sudden she recovered. and then she kills herself.
No,
That's it.
that's bullshit.
And he's like, nah. He's
No,
like,
no way.
Yeah, all
Because she was doing good. She had moved over to another country with her. She got married. She
Yeah.
was doing well.
Yeah, she was doing fine, but she was a witness.
Yeah.
I think she might be in witness protection. Maybe she didn't kill herself.
Well, whatever the case may be, is that we need to start seeing people go to jail.
Yes, yeah.
You know, I'm not going to be satisfied till we see people go to jail. Here's Rondell. He came in late. Don't worry about it. Come on in, bro.
Hey, Aaron.
It's peeking
I'm a
in.
matrix, not escape.
Yes, you got out. I escaped. Yeah, you got to get a couple bucks,
Right?
right? You
Can't go
got
enough
to
for
get
no
You got paid. You got paid.
Can't go enough.
paid, right?
How you doing, bro?
Can't call it. How y'all doing?
Man, yeah. Just started the podcast a few minutes ago. So we're talking about all like the 100 signs that Trump put up in the White House, and how many of them belong to
All these
child molesters and child rapists and child herders and women herders and women rapists. You know what I mean? So these are the people that show that these sexual misfits are out there. See, look. 100 signs,
Look at
brother.
them.
Sexual
Look
assault
at
by
that.
a child.
Look at that. Sexual assault of a child.
Yeah.
Sexual offense with a child.
We should.
Assault with a
You need to
gun
be
and
killed.
rape. Sexual
You
assault
touch
on
a
a
kid,
minor.
you should die.
Sexual assault on a minor.
On a child. I
Look
would
at
say
that.
it, yeah.
Crazy.
They killing people for making money off drugs.
Distribution of fentanyl.
People ask for
Look,
drugs.
here's
Nobody
another.
asked to be raped.
Yeah. Look at this one. Child. So there's so many different ones. MSN 13 member and homicide.
Bro, we were on this thing here in town.
Murder,
and it's
murder.
crazy.
What?
That fucking site that shows all those people. Bro, do you know how many of these motherfuckers live next to schools?
Oh.
Around
I already know.
Oh yeah. Rape and sodomy of a child.
Let
Yeah.
me tell you, not for nothing. My kids are grown. I got grandkids now. Heard one of my babies, bro.
Man.
It'll be a race to get your ass.
Oh yeah, because I tell you this, man. Even if you go to jail, I may just throw a rock to go to fucking jail.
Right?
You know what I mean? Because that will fucking.
I
kill
need
you.
to find you.
No, you will die.
Yeah, I
mean,
have to
seriously.
find you.
Hurt one of my babies.
I have
No,
to
man.
find you.
It's nuts, dude. It's
I
nuts.
don't care what it takes
You know-
to get to you. I will get to you.
Oh yeah, you know that.
Yeah, I will get to you. I don't care what it takes to get to you. I will get to you.
Hurt one of my babies. Oh my god.
Forget it, man. It's nuts.
But that's what happens, that's what they allow in this country. This country's full of misfits, sexual misfits, bro. Everybody got some kind of fucking shit, but when you do it against a child, like to me, there's nothing attractive about a fucking.
No.
I mean, if I raised a daughter and I raised sons, and they stink.
No.
Kids stink. There's nothing pretty about a fucking kid. They're cute. Oh, look how cute.
There's something with
That's it.
There's something
They're
there.
not sexy. They're not pretty.
But it's not
I
about
picked the kids up from school the other day, and one of them got in, and I smelled. I was like,
Oh, they have like
grown ass man just got. I got 3 girls. A grown man just got in this mother. What the hell is that?
Yeah, bro.
Put your arms down.
Not even that, man. It's
These
just that.
kids, bro.
that they
There's
have
nothing
a
attractive
certain
about a
stink.
child.
Nothing. So for those misfits, they need to be thrown in the fucking wood chipper, dude.
Wood chipper.
Ground up in the mince meat.
Yeah, man. One at a time, bro.
Fed to the sharks.
Fucking feed them to the fucking something. Let them go away, or do what? Like I said, like what Nikki said, just fucking donate them to science. Instead of killing innocent little mice, you know what I mean? Fucking donate them. Mice ain't do nothing.
You're right.
People, and they're more like humans. They are kind of human, right? Even though they're fucking sexual misfits.
Something's missing.
That's what it is,
A little
man.
piece of humanity is missing.
Yeah.
For you to be able to take innocence. And then the thing is, it's not like they do it one time. Like, these people be repeat motherfuckers. So that means there's something no, the first time, no. There's no mistake the first time.
Oh.
You did it the second time, you got something in you that just don't give a fuck about humans.
Can I
The
say-
lowest, the
what it
smallest
is.
form of the human life, you don't give a fuck about it. That's literally at the end of it. That's crazy.
It's nuts, dude. It really is.
For a child, you doing that to a child?
Let me tell you something. It's not only damaging their parts, you damage their soul.
To
You understand?
You know what they call
the
it?
court. You snatched innocence.
Yeah, no, you're right. No, it's exactly what it is.
No chance of ever, that child never, ever in its life, after going through something like that, will never.
He's right. No.
Never. Trust in somebody, you can say, yeah, I trust you. But real deal, at the end of the day, you're like, yeah, it's me. At the end of the day, I got to make sure I cover my own ass.
I won't say I was a victim, but I was, I was taken at 8 and I was raped by 2 fucking misfits. So,
Misfit?
And here I am in my 60s and that shit still fucks me up. All right. So it does something to your soul, bro.
Yeah.
You know, so it either makes you a fucking misfit like them or super anti misfit like me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's why I'm part of, Bikers for a Brighter Future, because we don't fuck around with that, bro.
Yeah.
You heard a child, you heard a woman, bro, you got issues, bro. Mm-hmm. Serious fucking issues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's bad, man.
Yeah, man. I don't know. And then these people are fighting. Here you have the J6ers, right? No one fought. These fucking Democrats didn't protest for them, but they're standing against to get these fucking immigrants to stay here. Mm-hmm. These fucking criminals. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, well, because they have to protect them because those criminals are the ones that were doing their dirty work. So they have to protect them. So they have to go down there and try to save face because they've gotten bribes because of it. And they've paid these MS-13 guys and all this stuff money to do the deeds that they did. That's what it comes down to. I think Tom Holman, he talks about it in this video right here, actually.
The judges. Look,
this is about the judges. It goes all the way down to the judges that are doing what they're doing too. They have to be accountable too.
As far as the judges, look, we just arrested a judge, Pambadi, for impeding ICE enforcement rules. I said from day one, you don't have to support ICE's operations. You can support sanctuary cities if that's what you desire to do. Sanctuary cities can stand aside and watch ICE keep their communities safe. Because any public official, whether you're mayor, city councilman, or your governor, their number one responsibility is protection of communities. Yeah. And ICE has been clear, we're targeting public safety threats and national security threats. I can't believe there's any elected official, and especially a judge, that doesn't believe we should be doing that, and they should be helping us. But I said from day one, you can sit aside and watch, you can argue against us all you want, and protest all you want, but when you cross that line, I've said this 1,000 times, when you cross that line to impediment or knowingly harboring, concealing an illegal alien rights, you will be prosecuted. Judge or not. And as far as releasing so many people, you know why the Biden administration released millions of people in the United States? No one ever talks about it. I'll talk about it. Why did they release people into the interior United States and put them, rather than put them into an ice bed? Why not put them in an empty ice bed, $127 a night, rather than in a hotel room at $500 a night? They did it on purpose, because when you put them in an ice detention bed, they get a hearing in 35 days. Court records show 9 out of 10 people claim asylum, get order removal, they're gone. But if you release them and put them in a hotel room at $500 a night, their hearings can be 5, 7, 9 years. You pull out all appeals, and what are they hoping for that? That another Democratic administration is in power. They can warrant amnesty to millions. This is about selling this country off for future political power. That's what it was. The law clearly says if you arrive at our border without proper documentation, you shall be detained. Not maybe, not think about it, shall. And that's what President Trump's doing. Catch and release is over. That's what the law says, that's what we've done.
Catch and release is over.
So, we should talk about the judges for a minute.
Yeah.
So there were 2 judges. One had one living in his house. Yeah, the judge had an illegal immigrant living in his house. MS-13. MS-13 guy, yeah, living in his house.
What you talking about, Willis?
The other one is what you just heard. So what she did is that she approached ICE and told ICE they had to go talk to the administrative judge. When they went to go talk to the administrative judge, she took the illegal immigrant who was in there. There were 2 witnesses, 2 females with the DA to speak against him because he was domestic violence. He beat up his girlfriend. Yeah. Okay? So she disregarded the case and let him out the side door. This other judge. We're talking about you
don't have
fucking
to
ruining
again.
your fucking reputation, looking to get this part, and you're breaking the fucking law.
Woke judge.
If anybody else did that, let that criminal go out the side door. They will be arrested for escape.
Yeah.
For committing participating in an escape.
What's the crime for a judge doing that?
It's the same
What is that
thing. Just
called?
because you're a judge doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
No, it has to be something crazy. It has to be a crazy charge for a judge.
Sedition. I think it's sedition.
It has to be conspiracy, something like that, for a judge
Yeah.
to let a gang member.
Yeah.
What they're saying is that they need to give the judge a break. The fucking liberals.
Because the ones that are protecting the judge, and because remember, the judges have been doing this all this time. They've been getting away with it all this time. It's not like all of a sudden she
I would like to see how many they fucking done.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. It's not like all of a sudden she decided to go, oh shit, let me go whisk him out the back door. Like, this is the first time I've ever done this before. No. She's been doing it. She just finally got caught doing it because she's been doing it. That's all. And so then they get protected because the Democrats and the rhinos protect these judges and go, oh, don't worry about it. Just do that. Don't worry. Nobody will know about it. You won't get in trouble. You won't go to jail. Oh, okay, great. And then you do it one time. You don't get in trouble. You don't go to jail. You do it another time. You keep doing it. Then you get away with it. Next thing you know, you're getting bribed. Then you're getting money. And then you're like, oh, yeah, this is even better. I'm getting away with it. Plus, I'm getting paid. This is great. This is what's happening.
But can you imagine the judge having that young boy living in his house? Like, who knows what was going on?
I know.
Like,
well, there was a picture of the judge. He had he was wearing his underwear next day.
Yeah, so he probably giving him a little bit of skin.
Yeah.
Just a tip.
Just a tip. He was getting no tax on tips. He was already getting no tax on it, just a tip.
Holy
Man,
shit.
no.
Yuck.
Unbelievable, right?
That's gross, bro.
You just get tipped.
He just got taxed
That's
on
fucking
tip.
gross, man.
I know.
I can't deal with it. Man.
It's insane, dude. It's fucking
it's just nuts what's going on, man. And then the more, I mean, these fucking first 100 days have been exhausting, bro.
You think? Right?
Fuck, I'm tired.
Isn't that the truth? Oh,
Man.
it's a good video too. I'll play this later. Yeah, there's the first 100 days. Yeah, it's been exhausting.
But I can tell you this, bro. That motherfucker lives in my house. Trump.
Oh, I'm
My wife is super mad. I tell you, man, he lives in my house. So, I mean, not against Trump, but I'm a little tired of Trump.
Trump fatigue is at Eddie's house. He's got Trump fatigue. It's been too much. He's got to get
I like
rid
that.
of the MAGA in the
He live in my
Trump fatigue. Oh, that's funny. I get it, man. I totally get it. But at the same time,
It's not that. Everything you listen to in the news, Trump, even
yeah.
the podcast,
Yeah.
Trump. Everything is Trump. That's what you hear, like Trump.
I do it all the time. I'll be walking around and Kelly's like, people don't think you're crazy. Like, you walk by people and you just go, Trump. And she's like, you think you're crazy? I don't give a fuck.
I stopped giving a fuck a long time.
It's just funny though. Just like, I'm Trump. It's like
Trump
Trump.
got in office. I was like, safe, good.
Hey, think about it this way. There could have been Kamala.
Well, we wouldn't have a country right now.
Oh, my
We'd be
God.
so done. Like, we wouldn't.
Her first 100 days, what would they have?
Exactly. Yeah. So.
Oh my God.
Here's that guy Miller playing the first 100 days of Trump. Ready? Go.
There is nobody smarter or tougher than Stephen Miller. Stephen, say it.
I like Stephen Miller. He's a good one.
Who's enjoying 100 golden days of America? President Trump has achieved the most secure border in American history. He's fighting violent crime. He's fighting the drug cartels. He's cutting your taxes. He's cutting wasteful spending. He's draining the swamp. He's standing up to the radical left. He's standing up to the communists, and he's making America stronger than it's ever been. President Trump will never stop fighting for you, your children, and your family, and President Trump will make sure that in this country, not illegal aliens, not criminals, not gangbangers, but American citizens come first, last, and always. Thank you. And thank you, President Trump, for being the greatest president in American history.
You got to. He gives him a hug. You got to, bro. What the fuck? I would have let that thing go myself. I would have fucking probably kissed him after a fucking presentation like that.
Me? Right? Oh my god.
Trump, man, let me tell you, that motherfucker vain, bro.
So
ain't nobody more arrogant
you
than
talking about
Trump,
me? So you can tell me, you asked what was Kamala's first 100 days be like, it'd be the complete opposite of that.
Yeah.
We're in destruction, so we're getting ready to go socially. Stores are closing. Everything is happening. Marches are going on.
Get your tickets.
Places are getting burned.
Get your tickets for your FEMA camp. You got your ticket coming. Oh my god. It'd be so bad, dude. It'd be so bad. It'd be the complete opposite, you know. Be the complete opposite of that.
Trump syndrome.
Caps wouldn't be open, that's for sure.
I can tell you though, bro, that I had that sausage parmesan.
Yeah, you guys got that.
Oh, let me tell you something. Delicious, bro.
Was it good?
Sweet.
Oh man, delicious, man.
Wow.
Whatever they make is delicious. You know, I told you I saw John. I went to Nikki's place, right?
Yeah.
Picked up a pie.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it was so good to see Nikki. Anyway, so have you seen the place?
I haven't been there.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
Nice looking inside. It looks great.
No, I haven't saw
So
it.
yeah, so John was making pizza with Nikki. So John made me the pie.
Yeah. Oh, you did?
Yeah. John made me the pie.
That's awesome.
So it was amazing. There goes that sausage parmesan right there, dude.
Yep.
That was delicious, dude. I still have the other half. So anyway, thank you, John, for that. Cat's Pizza, man. They've been supporting us for 4 years now. So we've been on doing podcasts for 4 years, and they've been supporting us. Even before we could show their videos, showing their delicious food. Yep. So if you guys are in Vero, if you guys live in Vero, make sure you guys check out Cats. They've been around for a long time. They make great pizza, great wings. They got beer and wine. Awesome atmosphere. So it's just a really nice place to go that doesn't break your pocket, especially with how tough things are still. Yep. But we'll talk about that in the second half of our podcast. But anyway, yeah, man, check out Caps. So if they need to contact John at Caps, how can they do that?
Give him a call, 772-770-CAPS or 2277. Knocking out pizza since 1987. CapsPizzaMenu.com. Tell them TGI now sends you 10% off.
10% off. Make sure you ask about their party room as well. Yep. They have Pac-Man too.
Yep, check it out.
All right, thanks, John. God bless, man. We appreciate you more than you know, brother.
Yep, man. Thank you so much.
And Nikki, you too, man.
Yeah, she's
Nikki's place. Check out Nikki's place, man. Great pizza, great atmosphere as well. It's like, just the place is sharp looking. I like it.
It is, yeah.
The place is nice.
I wonder if she got a tiger tail.
I bet she's got the tiger tail. That was her recipe, I think.
I don't know if she got that tiger
I can tell you, I had the pizza. The pizza was delicious.
Yeah.
John made the pizza, though, so it's good.
You knew it was going to be good.
I told John, when you gotta come on the show, come on, you live right down the fucking block. Get the fuck out of here. John is good people, good patriot. If you just support Cat's Pizza, man. They've been around a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, talking about the economy, because I did want to touch on that, John. I don't know if you have anything up on it, but I did want to mention it.
I think I do.
So our economy right now, because of these tariffs, everybody's talking about the tariffs, and things are going up. So talking to people, as I train people, just talking to them, smart people.
Yeah.
Everybody's. I'm explaining to them. See, I'm in business, right? So to me, it's a marketing tool. How do I use a tariff? You have a tariff against me. I'm going to put now one against you. Now, you could take yours off. I'll take mine off. Or you can lower yours and I'll lower mine. We're going to make it equal now because this free trade doesn't work for us. It works for everyone else except us. Yeah. So they're like, well, the prices haven't gone down. He's only been a president for 100 days, for God's sakes. It took many years for this last president to fuck up what Trump did already in 16 to 20. Okay, so basically what that is a bargaining tool. But right now, in the meantime, a lot of small businesses are struggling. Like, I'll speak for myself. I mean, I've been picking up business. I'm grateful for all the support. But yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what do you think about that?
Well, I think that the whole tariffs thing is it's a bargaining chip. That's all he's doing.
That's what I said.
He's just using it as a bargaining chip to get back onto an even playing field. So that's where the mainstream media throws out the fear about what. Oh my God, this is what's happening. Oh my God, the things are going to go off. It's like hyperinflation, and it's the opposite direction. We just have to do the negotiations first before he can get to that point.
Things haven't gone up.
No,
They
no,
haven't
no, no.
changed
They haven't
price.
changed. That's what I just said the other day. Yeah,
Now,
no.
Someone,
You haven't seen a dramatic shift. Like, oh shit, like
So-
the gas is at like $2.40 now.
I trained a
Holy shit.
nurse, right? Her name was Fran. She said, what about the stores after they lower the prices? They keep the prices up.
Of course they do. Yeah, of course, because they've already paid for the product already. So
They
they're
will.
100%.
The only
will.
thing that's pretty much regulated is gasoline.
Yeah.
So you'll know if gas prices go down. So I'm thinking if gas prices go down, food prices has to go down because delivery of the price. But I'm just saying. So if it doesn't happen, that's when we need to speak up too about that.
Yeah.
Because greed is a motherfucker.
Yeah, greed is. I mean, part of that greed was the destruction of our agriculture. That coming back is going to be a big. That's going to. I mean,
Who's in charge of that right
That
now?
was fucking. The Health Association was in charge of that, and that's Bill Gates. They were fucking. He was fucking buying up farms,
I'm talking
going
about
burning
right
them
now
bitches
the
down.
administration who handles
Oh, I don't
that.
know. I don't know who they got
Well,
handling
if it's
it.
health, it would be county,
Hopefully
but
it's Kennedy.
Well, Kennedy's starting to do it. He's getting into that with the
But
red
now
dye and
you have to
everything.
wait for all
there's
the
no red dye in a lot of states, even in Florida, no red dye.
Yeah, so they're good.
And did you notice? What else did you? How the sky's been looking, guys?
They're looking decent. They haven't.
They're
They've still
not
been
flying.
spraying, but
Once in a while, you
Yeah,
see
yeah.
maybe one or two.
Yeah, you've been seeing
It's not
a
like
little here
the
and there.
streams that
Yeah.
they used to do. So they calm down.
yeah. Well, that's the other thing too. And bringing it. Speaking of that, they did pass the bill to the farm bill in Florida to get rid of the fluoride in the water.
Good.
For the whole state. So the next thing on the agenda would be the geoengineering and the spraying and everything like that. in
Man,
the
well, that
sky.
bullshit, man. Get it
That'll
out of
be
the sky.
next.
We don't need it.
Yeah, that'll be
I mean,
next.
there's plenty of bugs. They're not killing anything. What
No.
they're doing is killing humans.
So that's what's next on the table, hopefully. But the fluoride is definitely done. DeSantis passes it, then that'll be the end of that. So.
You ever notice how when the mosquito man ride around, the mosquitoes still be flying,
Oh yeah.
biting the shit out you?
Yeah. Yeah. That's.
I'm like, damn, what are you spraying? Is it making them go crazy?
That shit's poison, man. That shit's fucking whatever they're spraying. It's no good.
I don't know.
Whenever I was a kid and I seen that motherfucker coming up the street, we cleared it.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, that shit. We
You know,
just that
because
shit.
you
Whenever
see
that
people
shit
coming in,
spraying.
they're coughing, and they don't know why they're coughing. Like myself, I got into I walk the beach a lot, so I'm outside a lot. So I find myself sometimes coughing for no reason.
Yeah,
I'm thinking
oh, yeah.
maybe because I'm smoking the grab leaf, it's a tobacco, but it's not the case. It's more the air that we're breathing in, all this shit in the air.
Yep.
It's not clear air. If you really look with clear eyes, it's not clear.
No. Mm-mm.
You know, it's almost like a fog,
Yep.
and it's all the mist that they're spraying.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
So-
they have to get rid of it. They have to get it's got to clear things up. I mean, it's definitely noticed it more and more. It was clearer days in a row, but then all of a sudden you'd be like, oh, here we go again. You know,
Yeah.
like what the fuck? But hopefully that'll get on the agenda next, and they'll start to get rid of that in Florida, and hopefully we'll start getting going in the right direction. Then gas prices will come down, and food will come down, and then things will change a little bit more. Hopefully, we'll see. It's just one thing at a time, but things are happening, but we just haven't seen the, like you said, the dramatic shift in like, whoa shit, gas is at like $2.40 now. Oh shit, that's great. Like it's really starting to move, and food's going down, and like even you go to Publix and you go to the deli and you go to buy like a thing of tuna fish in the deli, just a little quart of tuna fish, it's like fucking almost $10. It's insane. I'm like, $10 for like this little thing of tuna fish? It doesn't make any sense. Maybe it used to be $4.
Maybe China wakes up tomorrow and says, fuck it. It's not worth it. Let us just fucking get peace.
Well, I think that's the case. I think that's what's going to
I
happen.
think that at the end of it, I think
at the
China's
end
really
of it-
going to say, you know what, at the end of it,
Yeah, I
the
think.
bill is the bill.
Yeah.
Fuck the tariffs.
Yeah.
We just want our money. We make a plan for the money.
Yeah, I think that's what's
it.
going to happen. I
Is
think.
that at the end of it, y'all gonna need us because y'all destroyed our agriculture, because we will need them.
Yeah, they need it.
Our
Yeah.
agriculture business took the biggest hit between these 4 years that it's ever fucking taken in history, and the agriculture was already struggling.
And Trump
I can
helped
tell
it.
you,
Yeah, with the
we lost oranges and everything here.
Oh,
We used to
yeah.
be Indian River grapefruit.
You don't see any fucking
Nothing
You don't
anymore.
see none of that shit moving
There
here
used
no
to be
more.
mangoes all over the place, oranges,
None
all
of
kind of bananas.
The place by my house, I haven't seen that place pushing out oranges. I haven't seen that place push out oranges in fucking almost 3 years.
Oh,
Yeah, bro,
It's
stopped.
not longer.
I
Yeah.
remember back in Gene and Francis, they started claiming the canker, and we lost a lot of the trees. Because I even lost my orange tree in the backyard. So I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, no.
So a lot of stuff is being gone, and you're right. A lot of stuff is being imported from other countries, which makes no fucking sense. We could grow our own fruit.
Exactly. Yeah. We can have pineapple farms. There are pineapple farms in Florida, but there's few and far between.
In America, we can grow any fruit that is grown around the world. We have every
soil.
We have every terrain that is around the world. That's the craziest part about America. America has every terrain that is around the world. We have every one of them here in America.
And we could grow whatever.
We can grow whatever is grown around the world here.
Yeah, you're right. No, that's true. And that's what you just said about the soil. The soil's what the deal is. The soil it's getting saturated with bad chemicals from the sky, from the spraying and the clouds and the geoengineering, and the soil's getting just. That's what they call it. The
When you think of it like that,
Yeah.
every country, and I mean literally, every country has every terrain. Now that I really think about it, so every country has the possibility of doing it itself.
100%.
Corrupt politicians did it to where we're going to depend on them. They're going to depend on this for this. This is how it's going to go. We'll pay the taxes. The taxes are what we get paid off of.
Yep. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we the ones winning, really.
Yeah.
Nobody really see it. We could do it ourselves, but we're not gonna make no money off of it because it's mom and pop selling it.
Exactly. But then once we get back,
the Amish selling it.
Yeah. But then
they're not gonna get that money. They're not gonna get no piece of that.
Yeah, and you get the farms to get back on the right program. Yeah. And they start doing it.
But the thing now is you got to find people who want to buy the land.
Yeah. Well, that'll come eventually. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. I think
that has to happen.
It's going to happen. Yeah. It's going to reverse.
Because we're going to end up spending a lot of money on rice.
Once things start turning around.
You know how much rice America depends on? Without wheat.
Yeah.
We ain't got cereal. We ain't got fucking rice, pasta. There's a lot of shit missing without wheat.
I already know barley's important too. And
bread.
We don't grow none of it.
Yeah.
What you gonna do without bread?
Yeah.
There's farms out there, but like John said, they're far in between.
Yeah.
So we need to get back to farming, back to agriculture, back to just America, made in America.
Yeah. That's it.
You know, really. I mean, look, I drive an American car, I drive a Jeep, bro. You know what I mean?
But even if it's, but the thing is,
but what I'm saying, not to put any other car down, what I'm saying though is that we need to start buying more American products. Like, let's stop with the Amazon because it's cheaper and shit comes from China.
But you can't. The thing is you're getting handcuffed because when you go to the big box stores nowadays, it's all the same shit. Like I just bought a new patio set by the pool. Well, me and Kelly went to all the stores looking around. You couldn't find anything. Everything was the same crap, the same shit, double the price if I ordered it on Amazon. So I got it for half the price that Amazon pays.
Yeah, so that's what it is. We need to be more competitive.
It sucks. That's what it is.
We need to be more competitive, and we're not.
Because I don't want to do. You know how I am. I don't want to do it. But I went home and I was like, we looked around. I was like, the one set we found was nice. It was like $1,200, and she went on Amazon. It was the same one for $600. I was like, oh well, that makes sense. I'm like, and I was about to buy the one for $1,200. I was like, all right, let me grab that one. I liked
fucking
it.
Amazon will save you sometimes. Sometimes.
Stupid.
I mean, like, especially with something like a car, bro, fucking Amazon literally will save you. Like, you'll go to a dealership and the dealership will tell you the motherfucker is fucking $700. Go on fucking Amazon, it's $125.
Wow. Yeah.
Like, damn, they was finna just come up on me like that.
So exactly what's happening. It's like I said, half price. I didn't want to do it, but I did it. You know,
all the time.
I didn't want to spend that much, and like I spend double.
Go get some brakes.
Yeah.
To go on Amazon and get some brakes.
Yeah, it's true.
It's better to grab that shit and bring it in, pay for the time.
You know, but it's sad though that we have to do this instead of buying American because everything is so expensive, like John just mentioned, and everything is the same because we don't build this. We don't build. We need to be more competitive.
Yeah.
We need to have our own manufacturers that distribute and do all these things. That brings jobs, you know, and jobs bring less welfare. You know what I mean? It brings people pride.
And there's no jobs out there. That's
nothing. There's nothing out there really.
There's nothing. There isn't.
Especially in this fucking time.
there's nothing. There's shit.
I already know.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. There's no jobs. I look around and look at certain things. I'm like, wow, there's just like nothing out there at all. It's like stupid. Like there's none of the businesses are making money, so they can't afford to make.
I asked somebody yesterday come to me. Yeah,
you know, jobs here will tell you you're overqualified.
Who?
Jobs here will tell you you're overqualified.
Oh yeah, no, because they don't want to pay you. You know, they can't afford to pay anybody. That's the thing. they can't afford to pay nobody because they're not making money. They're barely making it themselves. So they're like, all right, well, I'm barely making, so I can't hire 2 people to pay them $20 an hour.
That's true.
That's what it is. It's 100%. That's what it is. And I see it plain as day, you know, especially in this town, because it's not always been a great easy place to find work in this town unless you get in the service industry
Or you know somebody.
Or exactly, you know. So I mean, so that's, you know, that makes it tough for the common person to move here and be like, all right, I'm going to live here and get a job, and it's like, well, I can't find nothing. This sucks. I can't find nowhere to live either. There's nowhere to fucking rent either, you know. Except these fucking apartments they're building are going to cost a fortune, you know. That monstrosities are building their own
everywhere out by 60.
Yeah, you know, all these
and they're huge.
Yeah,
I'm talking about fucking enormous. These places, and the one, if you think about it, if you look at those ones on Indian River again, and then look at the ones on 60, those are the same building.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Like that's the same company building those shits at the same time.
But you're closer to the river on the one side. The other side, you're out west of town. That's the only difference. And you're going to pay more for being closer to the river and the ocean.
Those shits are going to be $2,500. The ones that are on the right there on Indian River, they're going to be $2,500.
Oh, start
$4,000.
Yeah,
25 up to $4,000 because they're basically on the island.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's something needs to start changing soon, and things need to start turning around. And I think they're going to. I think we're on the cusp of it. To be honest with you, I think
nothing changes. We know nothing changes, so we need change.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, so I mean, Trump is doing what he can in these first 100 days. I mean, like I said, it exhausts me. A lot of the stuff that was happening.
It's true. It is a lot. Even like today, coming on the show and like picking like a subject to talk about. Like I was running a little bit late, but. You know, once you get on and you look at X, you see what's going on. You see, like, all right, well, let's focus on like the crimes against the children and what really is important and what needs to be addressed and spoke about. You know, we could talk about anything, the Pope dying, all that bullshit. That's all just, you know, it's all the you know.
Is he dead? Who knows?
He's been dead. He was dead way before they told him. He was dead before they said he was dead. I know that for sure. I mean, how ironic that he dies the day after Easter, the timing.
There was an article that J.D. Vance had something to do.
Yeah, I know. No, there was definitely a numerology that came along with it. The way he died, like exactly almost the day, right after midnight on the day after Easter. So it was very bizarre, like Resurrection Sunday, that he dies on fucking an hour after.
So he's gonna pop up 3 days later.
No, not that. No, it's Jesus resurrected and the fucking devil fucking died the next day because that's what the Pope is.
There goes the
Pope's satanic. You know, that's a satanic symbolism with all that.
I can tell you the Catholic Church, man, is a mob of its own. It's like its own Illuminati.
It is. Well, it is.
Army.
Yeah, it has its own bank. It's the bank of the Vatican. The Vatican Bank, like in the movie.
Can you imagine all the gold that's buried under?
And that's how you get to start a bank when you got that much fucking gold.
Godfather 3. He started the bank of Immobiliare. That was the bank of the Vatican Bank. He was doing business with the Vatican Bank. They tell you in the movies exactly what's going on. And then they killed the one pope, and then they ran themselves. Watch Godfather 3 again. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as what just happened. You know,
wow.
The bank changes hands, and so there was a power shift. There was a power grab that happened after he died. Whether he really died that day or he died before that, when he was in the hospital for 4 weeks with pneumonia, that he survived. Like none of us in this room would probably survive the pneumonia he had in the hospital. Yeah, but he survived though. For 4 weeks, all bloated. For 4 weeks. You know, it's just the stuff that you see, and you're like, you got to question it and be like, what's really going on? What kind of power grab is going on behind the scenes that we don't know about? You know, that's the hard part.
We gonna stay alive until we can
make the
we
move.
Want to be.
Exactly. You gotta move the chess pieces around. It's a chess game. It's 5D chess. You know, just playing chess. You know, we're like the pawns going, okay, what's next? Oh shit, what the fuck? Like this woman dying, the fucking Epstein.
Man, because remember I remember a few, like this was a while ago. We saw the smoke. There's smoke that comes from one of the towers, like one of those buildings over there. Whenever the Pope dies, they light a fire. And it burns until the next pope is picked.
Yeah.
And we saw that fire, and we were like, "Yo, why is that burning?" And you're like, "Yeah, that means you know what that means." Oh yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
And then fucking nobody announced it. It never got announced.
Nope.
Fucking this shit's crazy, bro. People think the media really think people stupid. Like
It's true.
Like you can't like shit with a podcast. You can't go back and delete our shit. Our shit's still there. Like
it's still there.
Yeah, it could pop up and somebody gonna find that bitch. Watch.
Yeah. A lot of the things we said, it's still there. It lives in perpetuity. It's out there. All the different episodes that we did, all the different titles and the subject matter and everything we've been talking about.
Because I remember us talking about it, like the fucking the smoke coming from the building means that they died.
I forget which show it was, but yeah, I remember you saying that. And I said he's dead already. And then all of a sudden, like, oh, he died the day after Easter. Wow, look at that. The holy man.
Holy shit, my ass.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's a coincidence.
Well, it done to you.
Nothing's a coincidence. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
It's not a coincidence.
I was born just not last night.
I was born that night, but not last night.
I was born just not last night.
That's funny. Too funny.
Fucking
damn.
Yeah, it's just,
and some people, so like, I don't understand how people can see. One thing with me, like playing with somebody's intelligence and playing with someone's intelligence is like the biggest form of like disrespect. It's like, especially when you're supposed to be protecting this person. Like that's what the government's supposed to do, right? Look after its people.
Supposed to. Yeah.
Well, if you look at there were some awards given to the media, and I think they were given an award. Someone wrote a book about the demise and how the cover up in Washington, like.
Oh, the about Biden.
Did we not already all know that? Like, please. So it's just like you said, the manipulation, the lies, and people believe it. I mean, this guy was dead. He wasn't functioning.
Yeah.
He was auto pen.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. He was auto pen. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's we were saying that the whole time. We were saying like he's not signing these things.
He's not even alive.
This, yeah.
It wasn't even him.
It was even him. So how's that even possible? So everything's null and void.
That's gonna be in history the biggest hoax ever fucking committed in America.
I agree.
How he became for 4 fucking years and was going to run again. Jesus Christ.
And he was going to run again, right? He was gonna,
Just think about it, though.
Keep going. Maybe he would have won. And if he'd have won right now,
that's the next funeral you're going to see.
Right?
It's coming, believe it.
Yeah, right. He'll be dead next. I think who's going to be dead next is going to be the King Charles. I think that's the next one. Yeah.
Charles got a few more heart transplants in him.
No, I think he's going to make it. I think he's going to be dead soon. I think that's because remember when they did his coronation, that's when the Grim Reaper walked by the back.
That was some crazy shit.
Remember that the Grim Reaper walked by the door when he was doing his coronation when he was snapping the thing at his mom's funeral. And I think that was like the sign that like the Grim Reaper's coming for the king at some point. Because remember, if you look at it from a game of chess, he's the king on the board. He's like the last king left with the Illuminati, with the cabal. He's like the last one. So if he dies next, that's another shift of power. Like the members of the Pope, there was a shift of power there for some reason. Well, I think what happened if the king died. Like, say we woke up tomorrow and he was dead. Oh, King Charles died in his sleep last night. Well, that would be like another shift of power. Like, oh, well, did he really die last night, or was it when the Grim Reaper walked by the door when he was getting coronated? Like, was he already gone, and then they're doing a shift of power? They have to time it at the right time because that's what they do with the occult. They time things to certain days and they announce certain things at days of the year. Who knows, right? I think he might be next. I just think he might be one more chess piece on the table that has to go bye-bye. Yeah, exactly. So we'll see. Could be him. Who knows? Could be Biden. But I think it'll be King Charles next. If anything, it'll be announced. It could be soon. It could be.
Yeah, they've been announcing the kids a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So who knows? But there was a shift of power that happened, I think, with the Pope dying. There was definitely a transfer of power somewhere, whether good or bad. I don't know. That's the part we don't know because we don't know what's going on behiing the scenes.
Yeah, Vatican's a scary place.
Exactly. So we don't know. Was the gold confiscated from the Vatican? Was there a shift of power? Who's going to take over? Or is it Because remember, there's another Pope called the Black Pope. There's a black pope and a gray pope too. It's not just
that motherfucker in the black. You gotta watch it.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, so there's 2 other popes.
You ever seen that shit? The dude that's wearing the all black, he look like the Sith.
Yeah.
Walking through that
The black Pope. Yeah.
That shit. There's something weird about that place, bro. There's no way this is our God's building. There's no way.
No.
This is our God.
No.
Building.
No.
Because that shit is run by a military. God's army. You think? I don't know. I feel like I've seen what the warriors of God wear. Those robes. Those ain't the robes they wear.
No, it's different.
They wearing some weird shit. And then the crosses be upside down on their shit.
Yeah, that's right. He's right.
When they wrists be down, the crosses are upright, like right crosses. When they go like this, the crosses are upside down.
He's right. Let's see if I can find that one picture. He's right though. That's exactly what he's saying. The crosses are upside down. That's all symbolism. So remember this.
My mom told me upside down crosses is a different religion. It's a
demonic religion.
Yeah. Yeah.
The devil's sign is like the upside down cross of Christ upside down.
Yeah. And so I don't know if you guys remember this video here. This was a video that was this is a video that was played during the pandemic when the Pope he came out and he was like waving to everybody. And this is when he was thinner, obviously, and he was he looked more healthy. But watch what happens. And I seen this before, and I caught it right away, and I was like, "Whoa, that's fucking creepy." Watch.
Right there. And then he kind of moves in front of it a little bit. And then he gives his blessing. Gives his blessing. And he turns around to go.
Watch this.
I'm going to go one frame at a time here. Lets his hand out the window. Slowly moves away. Did you see that?
And I've seen this before.
What the fuck?
See how he
Right there?
disappears?
So it's a hologram.
A little bit.
And I seen this
And
during the
then he gives
pandemic. I
his
remember
blessing.
seeing it. This isn't like somebody just found this and made it up or altered it.
No, it's a hologram.
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
And he turns around to go.
Just disappeared.
I mean, it looks real. Like you're like, oh, look at that.
Vanished.
He's
Lets his hand
turning.
out the window.
Poof.
Slowly moves away.
Wow.
Did you see that?
He just
That's creepy.
disappears, right? Isn't that creepy?
Yeah.
So like I said, like there's something else going on that we ain't privy to it's going on at that
That
place.
shit is. That's another place, man. That
Yeah.
place is on some other shit.
So a quick shout out to the event on Friday.
Oh, that's right.
Enrique is
Yeah,
gonna be there.
we had some real good response from Enrique.
So he's going to be there. So if you guys want to meet Enrique and talk to Enrique, he's going to be dancing. He's going to be like not just a speaker. He's going to be an event. So there's going to be music,
That's
dancing,
awesome.
food. So, so you'll be able to mingle with him, hang out, take pictures with him. Get to meet him and get to know him. He got his podcast out, and he's a true patriot. You know what I mean? So. Let's consider that event. It's May 2nd, Friday at Polish American Club in Vero Beach, Florida.
Is there tickets available still?
I'm sure you could buy a ticket at the door, John.
Okay, all right. Okay. All right, that's good.
Yeah, make sure you guys come and check it out.
Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, we got to have some good. We had a 1.1. We had almost 2,000 listeners on X last week, so that was good.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll definitely have him back on the show. We had a couple people call us racist for having him on the show. I don't know how that's racist, but a black guy, a Puerto Rican, and a white guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's three of us here, guys.
Enrique Terrio on our show.
Yeah, I was going to say, with the name Enrique Terrio.
That's more like Eddie through that.
Apparently, having him on the show is
Having
racist.
me on the show is racist. Jesus Christ.
I know. I couldn't believe it. I saw a couple comments. Were like, don't put that one. It's racist crap. You fucking. I was like, what? I was like, don't be
I
racist.
like negative comments. They're good.
I was like, what the fuck?
Keep on blowing us up with your negative comments. We like those. We love them.
I know. It's
Yeah,
so
all these
funny.
negative comments and us
Haters
getting
need
fucking
jobs,
next
too.
out of whatever, platform we go on. It's all a badge of honor. Us. We're just speaking our truth, and you just can't handle the
That's
truth.
true. It's true.
You know, so-
Yeah, that's the
You wanna
reality.
hate on us? That's lovely.
Right.
Keep on posting.
Keep on posting.
Share the show.
I was like, what? These fucking people
Share
are
the
crazy.
show.
What the
So
fuck?
you guys, make sure you guys share the show when you get an opportunity, man. Make sure you guys get that show clicked in out there. Let more listeners listen to the show if you guys are enjoying it. If you have any suggestions, just put it on the comments. I know John he always looks at the comments. So if you guys need anything, you guys want to talk about anything, just plug it. It's a conversation. Join us. We probably could even link you in if your conversation is strong enough. You don't have to be a big podcaster or some big patriot. You could just be one of us. You know what I'm saying? So if you feel like plugging in, give us your story. Tell us what you want to talk about, and we'll link you in. And you'll be part of the show. So make sure you guys share the show. We're giving opportunity to anybody out there, so we're just going to put that out there. Just put it out there without even talking to the guys.
Right.
But anyway, I thought it was a good idea.
Probably have Nick Novak back on the show too.
That'd be good.
Nick reached out to me.
That'd be good. Nick is great. I love Nick.
So I might see if Nick wants to come on the show, and it'll be his fifth time. I think he's the biggest, most time we've had on the show is him, I think.
Yeah, well, he's a great guy.
He brings the heat. He brings the heat, that's for sure. So
makes me laugh. I enjoy when he's on the show. I told you he's my favorite guy.
Yeah, so
Still my favorite guest. We've had some other great guests, but I don't know. Only because he's a local and he's local. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Right. So, it helps. Local.
He owns Filthy's out here, so you guys ever want a good bar, always good music, man. He plays rock, country, whatever you guys listen to.
Yeah, they're great.
Rondell goes there all the time. I don't do bars. I don't drink alcohol, so I don't find a purpose.
Nick, no, I stay out of there.
Yeah.
Done.
Rondell might have been too.
Yeah, I haven't been there in a while.
Yeah,
but
I think I went there that one time for the event.
that's right. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was a good time. That was a good time. That was a good time.
I don't do bars, man.
We had fun.
I do barbells.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. That's a good slogan. I don't do bars. I do barbells.
Yeah. Maybe I'll write a shirt. I don't do bars for AA. I don't do bars. I do barbells. And then do AA nothing something.
It's a good.
I like that.
That's actually a good show.
Maybe we should put that into the show.
Right?
Yeah,
that's good. That's a good one for the gym, though.
That really is. I like that.
Yeah. I don't do bars.
So I've been plugging in more on Facebook, which is bringing in more customers. So I'm back to plugging in. So if you guys see me on Facebook, on my page alone, I think I got close to 7,000 followers. So if you guys want to just hit me up, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Would appreciate that. Just I had two people come in. Say, I just saw you on Facebook, so this is where you are. And so I haven't been posting. I don't know why, but I started posting again, and it's been bringing.
Well, you've
business.
always been good at that. So that's the thing. You got me. I go back to the memories on my Facebook and stuff. You had me doing videos when I was doing because we were pre-recording the show, so I'd do a video the next day and go, hey, this Friday we got Nick Novak coming on the show, And so I was doing a lot of those videos. They were popping up my feed. Like, damn, I was like, when was that video? Like 3 years ago. Yeah. Because you were like, do some videos before the show, do some promo videos. I'm like, okay. I don't do them as much anymore because we go live, so it's a little different. But that's how we've evolved, so which is kind of cool,
Yeah.
So
John sees me. He calls me preacher man.
Right? Yeah.
Preacher man.
Right? That's awesome.
Hey, listen, the word of God is good. You could eat some of that too.
Oh yeah.
I tell you, man. We have to just look at it this way. The Bible says, "If you know the truth shall make you free." Right. So here we are sharing truth, and if you identify with this truth, just share the show.
Yep.
We just ask you to hit share, subscribe, be a part of the community,
send it to your friends. Even if your friends don't subscribe, just send it to them, text it to them.
We got people in Asia. We have people all over that listen to our show, so we're not, you can send it anywhere. We just want more people to hear the truth, and we encourage other podcasters to join the network. John and Mike and some others have created a network which we start out through TGI now.
Cool.
So this was the catalyst that started, the Indian Connections, and started, To the Point podcast, and
all of it.
Started all of it, the Benford Chronicles, everything started through here.
Everybody snowballed.
So, everything snowballed through TGI now. So let's continue to push that out there. The more people could start their own show. We're not in competition with anyone. We want us all to win. And so let's put our truth out there. We'll definitely share your show. You want to come on our show and talk about your show, we'll do that. So just let us know. Put it on the comments. John, like I said, reads the comments. So
Yep. I read them, and we have people reach out to us. I heard some people get some merch. So check out our merch too. Go to IndyRiverConnections.com and check out our merch.
Yeah, good grab.
We got that there too. It's IndyRiver.com right there down at the bottom. So check that out. We got our Dash T-shirt, which is what the. So now we got Binford Chronicles to the point. Here we go. I'll pull it up on the screen. We got Binford Chronicles to the point. TGI Now, the Board Report, River Ranch Riders. And we got People in Places podcast. Look at that. So we got room for other podcasts.
Yeah, so we can continue to fill the board. I mean, really, we want to fill it up. So if you're looking to be part of the community, you don't have to live in Indian River County. You could just be someone speaking truth.
Yep.
And if that's something that you're interested in doing, get with John,
Yep.
Get with Mike or To The Point, and we'll get you plugged in.
Yeah, check it out. Give us a call. You can call us at go to IndyRiverConnections.com. We got sponsorship opportunities available on different shows, so you can sponsor a show. You can do all kinds of stuff. So there's plenty to do. We do all kinds of marketing for businesses, and then we have the People in Places podcast, which is a free podcast that any business or entrepreneur or advocate wants to come on the People in Places podcast. Just get on the list. Just go to IndyRiverConnections.com. And then just fill out the form at the bottom, which is on the screen right there, and just check on getting on the free People in Places podcast right there. Send that in, and then we'll set you up with a time, and then we'll put you on the show, because we had quite a few people on the show so far. We got a couple in the can that are getting ready to be released. We just did one with Leslie Swan right there from Indian County Supervisor Elections. So we got a lot going on. People in Places podcast. We got a couple episodes right there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we did 4 so far, and we got one more in the can. So we're getting there. And then check out our merch as well. Right here. Check that out.
I met her.
Leslie Swan. Yeah, Leslie's good. It was a good podcast. It's just about supervised elections and stuff. So it's a little, not the greatest, content.
Dash.
Yeah, there's the dash. There it is. The auto pen. So get you your auto pen T-shirt. There it is right there.
That's crazy.
Get the auto pen T-shirt. That'll be a good Christmas gift.
And if you have any ideas for a shirt, shoot it out there. Be a part of the community.
Yep.
Again, I want to put that out there. Subscribe and share the show.
Yep.
Really, we really appreciate if you did that for us.
Yep.
Would mean a lot.
Yeah, check it out. Get some merch. We got some great shirts, hats, all kinds of stuff.
They should have put the mugshot as his picture up on the listening.
Which one?
That would have been lit. If I was the president and they arrested me, put the mugshot in there. Yeah, right there where that photo they gonna put up in the hallway. Yeah. Put the mugshot right.
They put the mugshot up in the White House. It's up there.
It's up there.
It's up in the White House. Yeah.
I need it up there.
Yeah.
I would have told him I need it up.
Yeah, it's up there. That's a given.
We got a felon in this bitch.
Right? In the White House.
Oh, man.
That's awesome.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah. All right. I think we're at like an hour.
Yeah, so
Hour and 3 minutes. Look at that.
Damn.
We did pretty good.
yeah, we did great, man. Listen up. Just again, we're gonna share the show. If you guys are in the area, check out Cap's Pizza. They're delicious. Say hi to John. If you guys are ever looking for just a nice little spot to chill, have a nice meal, check out Cap's Pizza there in Oslo 27. You want to call in an order, John?
772-770-CAPS, capspizzamenu.com. Give them a call. Tell them TGI Now sent you, and go to see Nikki's too, because they're apparently cooking. They're both cooking at the same place.
Yeah, they're out by they're on the other side. They're out by they're further north.
They got doubles.
Yeah, they're further north. They're on Old Dixie.
Nice. That's good.
Nice
Good for
spot.
them.
Nice spot.
Good for them. That's awesome. A family tradition.
Yeah, man.
Keeping it in the family.
That's
Look at that.
it.
That's awesome. Good for them.
Anyway, guys. Just want to say thanks for listening, man. Do appreciate y'all, man. God bless.
All right, guys, stay human.
Love, peace, chicken grease. We out.
We out.